Hello traders, hello investors, how are you doing today my friends? Welcome to another video here in the Finance Hydra channel. My name is Nathan and today we are going to analyze the S&P, the SPY ETF and the QQQ. If you are already my subscriber, remember to click on the like button because you know that our content is pretty good. Am I right? When did I ever disappoint you? If you are new around here, remember to subscribe because, again, our content is pretty good. Let's start looking at the SPY ETF. The SPY ETF is doing a clear bearish structure in the 1 hour chart. This is telling us that, okay, the trend is clearly bearish in the short term. The moment we lost this purple trend line, we lost an ascending triangle chart pattern. So this black line was previously our resistance to work with, and this purple line was connecting the previous bottoms. So far so good, but the moment we lost this ascending triangle pattern, we can't say the trend is bullish anymore. It's clearly bearish right now at this moment because we are doing a clear bearish structure, and this is indicating to us that, okay, maybe the $428, this black line down here is going to be our next support level to work with. When we look in the daily chart, we see why this black line is so important. It is because it is a support area. It worked as a support 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times in the past. Right now, it is posed to work as a support level again. So in the short term, we are turning bearish. I do not believe we are going to turn bullish right now because we lack evidence. There is nothing indicating to me that the S&P will reverse and become bullish again. No, there is nothing telling me this. What could tell me that we're gonna reverse the trend? It would be a good sign to see the S&P doing, well, higher highs, higher lows again, okay? That would be perfect. Or any other bullish chart pattern like a double bottom chart pattern, triple bottom chart pattern, cup and handle chart pattern, it doesn't matter. Any bullish pattern over here would be more than welcome. In my humble opinion, I rather prefer to see a bullish structure occurring near a support level. If we see a bullish pattern near this black line in the 1 hour chart or even in the daily chart, I would be optimistic. I would start to be optimistic again, and I would tell you guys now it is an opportunity to buy. Why? Because the risk reward ratio is making sense again. So this is how I see the situation on the S&P for the short and mid term. When we look at the long term, the S&P is giving us the idea of a head and shoulders chart pattern, am I right? What's more, last week it did trigger this bearish engulfing chart pattern, this pattern over here. It is clearly a bearish engulfing. Let's try to understand what this means. The S&P dropped sharply. It retested its previous support level over here. Okay, that's fantastic. It did a hammer candlestick pattern. Great. However, we bounced it back up to the 21 EMA and we could not at any moment break the EMA for good, closing above it. I'm talking about the 21 exponential moving average, okay? So we tried to break it this week and then we lost the battle. So this is why we see this huge shadow above the candlestick's body. In the following week, the exact same thing happened again. We really tried to break the EMA and then we lost the battle once again. And what's worse, we did a clear bearish engulfing candlestick pattern. This is a quite reliable candlestick pattern, okay? It has a high chances of continuing this bearish movement. So, okay, this is not that good. So this is why I'm telling you guys, maybe we're going to retest again this black line for good. And if we actually did trigger this head and shoulders chart pattern in the weekly chart, this SPY ETF is going to retest the next support level, which is only around 404, near the $500. These are my insights for the short, mid, and long term. Right now, we can't say the SPY is bullish, but if we do see a good reaction, it might become bullish, but we lack evidence. There's nothing telling us we're gonna go up, so that's a problematic situation indeed. But, well, I think since we are still above this black line, not all hope is gonna be lost. Now, if you are having problems with the market, if you believe that no one can beat the market, I recommend to you to join us, the Finance Hydra trading newsletter. So far, only a few of my patrons had access to this newsletter. I have been developing this strategy with them for some time right now, and now this strategy, I'm selling this apart from my services because it is a very good strategy, as you can see on this chart. Last year, the strategy went up almost 70%, the S&P almost 27%. If you want more details about our previous trades, about our performance, just click here on this link and you will be directed to this document. It is all public data. Here you'll find the performance of the last 52 weeks. In this tab over here, you can check every single one of our trades, more than 500 trades, and all the data is here. The final results, the alpha, total weeks, 52, positive weeks, 35, negative weeks, 17, average gain, average loss, win ratio, risk reward ratio, best, worst week. You will have access to all of these data. These data are all public, okay, except for the current portfolio, which is right now, the week 7 is ongoing. Only my patrons and only my subscribers will have the privilege to access the current portfolio. So either way, if you want to keep our performance on track, just check this document. This document is going to be updated every single week, so you can see our performance against the S&P. It is possible to beat the S&P with consistency, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. Now let's continue our analysis. The QQQ. The QQQ is doing the exact same pattern over here. We see a possible head and shoulders in the weekly chart. However, this head and shoulders is a little bit weird. I think it's gonna be rough for the tech stocks to actually trigger this bearish pattern. But so far, all we can assume is that we are going to retest $335. That's where I see the QQQ in the midterm. In the short term, we are also triggering a crystal clear bearish structure in the 1 hour chart. So yes, it is looking bearish. We do not see any meaningful reaction right now. However, if we do, I believe it's gonna be an amazing opportunity to buy stocks, to buy QQQ, to buy SPY, because we're gonna be near support levels, okay? So far so good. The situation seems to be under control. But right now I am neutral on the S&P, okay? I don't see any opportunity to buy, but I think it is quite risky to sell, because if we see the S&P bouncing back up again to its EMA in the daily chart, we cannot complain, okay? Because it has been dropping sharply for the past 5 days, so the market has always the possibility of doing the rubber band effect, what I like to call rubber band effect, okay? When it drops sharply, usually it goes up sharply as well, so the volatility is pretty high. But guys, if we use a very nice strategy, it is possible to beat the market. It is possible to understand this crazy market, and we can make wiser decisions, all right? So my friends, I really appreciate your support. Thank you very much for your kindness, for your attention. Thanks a lot. Stay safe. Farewell.